So here we are, another day of pride, pomp and polarisation as two tribes representing London and Manchester collide. Arsenal and Manchester United, of course, undoubtedly two of the most illustrious clubs in the English game, recent history perhaps notwithstanding. Whatever the stakes though, these matches are never dull, so strap in. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Genuinely a heavyweight contest, North against South, London against Manchester. It is tribal.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
We're up and running then. It's crossed into the middle. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Madueke tries to clear, spread out to the left. Very nicely done. Skims one in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Ødegaard. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. No, he's just misjudged that one. Oh, that is a nice touch. And there's green grass ahead of him. He has found the way through. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, this guy Eze is always someone I've kept an eye on, a player who broke through as a left winger initially, but also has the intelligence, the vision required of a number 10, and he combines those roles very well, drifting in from the left, getting on the end of balls, and he takes it from there.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Oh, he's having a go! Superb from Ødegaard! A finish of true class! Arsenal take the lead! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Malacia getting this one clear. Couldn't squeeze it through. Calafiori. Arsenal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Ødegaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Havertz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Manchester United ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Rice. Now it's Havertz. Lovely bit of skill. Havertz! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Manchester United are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals. He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Well, they've got it again. Šeško. Diogo Dalot. Šeško. Now then, the ball's come loose. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Chance, surely! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
That is a really good chance miss, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Calafiori. Ødegaard. Now Saliba. Incapuyi. Now it's Eze. Ødegaard does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Madueke. Fredriksson gets across to intercept that. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Stood up well to him there. Now, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that has left him in a heap. Madueke. He is through here. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Diogo Dalot is there to clear. Place it in low. Big chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And that is all they have time for. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Arsenal producing a nigh-on perfect 45 minutes. It's 3-0. So straight into the second half. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. He's got away. Chance! Now, how often do you see that?
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
And he's worked it through. Decent chance! It's a goal! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. He's had a shot! And the pass is intercepted. And it's Ødegaard. Havertz being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. And he's straight offside.
Arsenal are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Casemiro. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case, so I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even, and that's not a bad thing.
We're up and running then. Rice has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Saliba. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Madueke. And that is out and behind, it's a good block. Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Eze goes short. Incoming delivery, towering header against the crossbar. And that has been knocked clear. No way through. Reinders. Strong running down that left flank. He is through here. Space for him to turn and look. And a header! Well, now it's a race. Oh, he's been caught napping! And he gets rid in a hurry. Havertz absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see...
Oh, he's all alone! Goes for a shot! So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. He won't be happy with that one. No, that's been intercepted. High.
Indonesia really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Looking to play him in. Ødegaard. Eze. And it's Rice. And here's Madueke. Now this could be a chance. Reinders. Pass somewhat off target. Calafiori. Gyökeres. Oh, that's a key interception.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oret Manguan. He's got away.
That's good play from him.
Now that looks a decent ball. Eze for Rice. And it's Ødegaard. Reinders. Manquillam. Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that was neither one thing nor the other.
There's no doubt he made the right decision, but without the right result.
Rice. Now Ødegaard. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Timber. And it's Ødegaard. Little pass back. Looking here to chip it through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's their second corner of the game. He leaps for it! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Madueke. That is a brilliant interception. Kambuaya.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Reinders. Aimed beyond the defence. Played with finesse. He's found space here.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Nicely intercepted. Eze gets across and deals with it. Havertz out towards the flank. That's tidy. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition, something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Arsenal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Good ball, good take. Real chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Timber. Rice. To Havertz. Ødegaard. That's a cute ball. Now there's a Havertz! Oh, the ball, and again! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Gyökeres is offering a right smile there.
That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Ødegaard. Nice looking ball. Oh, well played, well played. Nice bit of trickery. Pinches it off him. Reinders. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Dix. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. But that has not gone well. Gyökeres needing to deal with defending that's more up close and... Great chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. Has another go! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. So their fourth corner of the game. Eze with the short one. Timber's cross. Cleared without hesitation. Played it again.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Arsenal choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. Verdonk. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. And he skips past his man, crosses it in. Saliba getting this one clear. He's having a hit! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Nkapie gets it away.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cleared without hesitation.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Oh, no joy this time.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Played back. Good take, and is he in? Havertz. Oh, good read. Kambuaya.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended. Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through.
Big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Madueke. And it's Rice. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The ball has bounced loose now. Nkapie goes sliding in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's going for goal! That is decidedly lacking.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 11.
So changes afoot here,
25,
and from both sides.
Number 15. Number 19. Coming on
Opts
the
for
field,
safety.
Number 10.
Incapuyi.
Number
Look, there has to be
8.
more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end
Number
much
14.
faster.
Knocks it into
Substitution.
space. Looking for the run. Oh, they can break here. James.
2 added minutes has been
That's
indicated.
a good run down the left. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Spread neatly. Saka. Chips it through. He's had it taken off him. And that's it. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So things are underway. He's being urged to shoot. Rice. Passing is crisp and sharp. Kambuaya. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build.
Oh, no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
We are just getting started. That's a cute ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, he may be a player who we still haven't worked out what his best position is, but I still think that this fella, Kai Havertz's role, will be...
Goes for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And it's Morata. Paz. Nice interception, well timed. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
It's loose now and they want to get a decent chance! And we have our very first corner. They've played it short, well read, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. Searching pass he's played there.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Calafiori. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away? And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's all alone. Chance for a shot! No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Ødegaard. For Rice. Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Now the ball's gone astray. Ødegaard. Backward it goes, shoots! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that was struck with genuine force.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Gyökeres aims beyond the defence. Look at the space, shapes to shoot! Goal! Arsenal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Arsenal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Como are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. He has found the way through. And he's heaved it away. Nicked it back promptly. And it's Moreno. Baturina. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Hangs one in. Corner given. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. He's having a shot! Como have their third corner. They've played it short. Baturi, there's the shot! It's a loose ball, and the keeper couldn't hold it. And that is doing no harm at all.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Calafiori. Madueke in acres of space out wide. Good read, needed to be. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Havertz. Paz. Morata. And the counter is on. Quality ball. Gyökeres! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Oh, that's fabulous. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh no, that was never going to make it. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Deftly away. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Arsenal coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Arsenal just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. So straight into the second half. Arsenal currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Takes a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning.
And the shot! And no mistake! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Como restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Rice has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. And it's Morata, played out to the left flank. Passing. Real chance! Oh, good finish! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That was a given, it always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Shot could be on. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made.
And the finish! And yes, it's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they...
Big chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Morata tries to play it through. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. Havertz. Gyökeres. Paz. He's a sharp little ball here. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Well, they could break here. Gyökeres. That is good alertness. Paz.
This is the time you need that pace.
Trossard. Gyökeres. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Baturina. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Baturina. He is through here.
Such good technique.
Knocks it into space. And this is Morata. Oh, that's a fine interception. Trossard. And it's Ødegaard. Tries to pass it through. Gyökeres is onto this. He's got away. The ball. There's the header! And it's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 20.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Arsenal cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Looking for a runner, and he's intervened well there.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
The referee's awarded a free kick, and the referee has shown him a yellow card. Havertz going forward. Good ball, good take. Gyökeres.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
Oh, that's a key interception. Some good work on the right flank here. He's on it, can he get away? Morata. Well, that's cause for mild irritation. Trossard. Merino. Now it's Havertz. The ball has bounced loose now. Here's Hoeneß. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick. And this, an opportunity to pull level. He has a look up. That's that, the end. Arsenal played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a pretty loose pass. Dia just eases him off the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Noslin. It's a promising position. He's found a way through. Good read, needed to be.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And that's a dangerous ball. Gosling! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. Como have the chance to go the other way. He's had it taken off him. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Lazio clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Baturina, and this is Morata, and he was alert to it. So it is still 0-0. Maldini running with intent. Dia, and he's cut it out. Corner number 2 then. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Dia. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Baturina. Baturina is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Paz. Now it's Dia, driving forward. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Como are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Morata has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Lazio are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone. You have to expect that from everyone now.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Morata. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Cataldi. Now it's Dia.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Paz. Played into space. Gets his head on it! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Cross from Moreno. Taylor.
This is the time you need that pace.
Nicely worked. He's got away. Dia! Brilliant from...
Absolutely glorious strike, just when no one expected it. A real mood changer, right on half.
And that is all they have time for. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Lazio are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. Back on the way then. Lazio currently ahead by the smallest of margins.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, and he shoots! And he hits the net! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Ramon did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Cataldi. Good ball, good take.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Deli Bashiru. Moreno. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well played, well played. He's had a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. Lazio are looking to go forward now. Nuno Tavares. Taylor. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Noslin. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Knocks it out wide. Brilliantly cut out. Maldini. That is ended up in no man's land. Baturina. Paz. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Paz was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Can he spark a counter here? Nice sequence of passes, this. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Big chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping! Back would it go? Oh, shooting chance! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero
Como
10.
have their second
Numero
corner
20.
now.
Numero 54. Numero 18. Numero 28. Lasciano il campo per il numero
They've
15.
played it short.
il numero 57, il numero 6, il numero 3.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Sostituzione.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Morata. Caresses it through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Kakare. Can he get it through? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. So what can they make of this? Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Zaccagni. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Cleared away.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That has been slung wide. Zaccagni. Serra.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's a nicely shaped ball. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Serra really may get an earful from his teammates for not looking up to see what was around him, but I think he was perfectly entitled to try it for himself.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. A good watch, a really good watch, both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other, but it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. That's an imaginative pass. Chance! And that is doing no harm at all. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Paz. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, someone I see as being a well-rounded forward is Alvaro Morata. You can expect a lot of balls into the box when he's leading the line, with him being so good in the air. And he
Great chance! In he goes again!
well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lazio still without a single shot on target. Now it's Dia. Oh, he's been caught napping. Very nicely done. And he welcomes it in. Quality ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Aimed beyond the defence. That looks a cracking ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Maldini.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Threads one in. That ball looks a good one. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Noslin finds himself offside. Dia.
Como definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Cataldi did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Good ball, good take. Crosses it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Approaching the half-hour mark. Baturina. He'll try from distance! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! That is a gem! An absolute gem! So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is a monster matchup. Chance, surely! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Como finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Paz. Now, what about a counter-attack? And the pass is intercepted. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. That's an imaginative pass. Madueke is wide and looking to get onto this. He's on it, can he get away? Moreno, under an awful lot of pressure. Now it's Morata.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Eze. Incapuyi. And it's Ødegaard. Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Ødegaard. Havertz. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Como definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Paz. And he cuts out the supply. Ødegaard. Can he get it through? Baturina.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Tries to play it through. He's had a shot! Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
He's played it back. Ah, he's given a chance for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Little pass back, clipped into space. No luck with that dink over the top. Ødegaard looking sharp there.
OK, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just stick with this approach.
Baturina. Now it's Morata. Como ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Eze. Eze was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Baturina. And that's another good win of the ball. Gyökeres. Gyökeres. Ramon. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's fabulous. Moreno. Alberto Moreno proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Eze.
Arsenal can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
He's got away. Tries to cross. That has been cut short. Madueke. That's a good foray he's making. Pinches it off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Ødegaard. And he's gone back, and he shoots! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Arsenal are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. Madueke! In he goes again! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him.
And the shot! Eze.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Morata. It's Morata! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Morata is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Well read, and the danger is averted. Backward it goes. There's the shot! And no mistake. How very smart. He just got it right.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Just 1 in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Rice, and here's Eze. Ødegaard.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now, can they... And the finish! It's bounced back off the post. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Pressing high and with purpose. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have...
He's having a shot! Defending of the desperate variety. Madueke. He is through here! Madueke.
That was lovely, that.
Plays it across.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
Cambio di giocatori.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Numero 20, numero 54, numero 18.
Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 15, il numero 57, il numero 6, il numero
Whatever
3,
happens,
il numero
that's the kind of
77.
movement which raises hope.
Cleared away. Como are looking to go forward now. Pass somewhat off target. Keeper's got good distance on that. And the counter is on. Kakare. Oh, this is a great position. Can he finish? Goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now that looks a decent ball. He's in a great position here. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Now it's Odegaard. Saka wants to run onto this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's straight offside. So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Gabriel Jesus, Havertz, Trossard, and the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Looking to play him in. Now he's got space here. It's come to nothing. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. It's a promising position. Oh, that's nice. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, that's a key interception. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. That's the keeper's ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And he's gone looking for safety.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Merino, great vision. Oh, well measured. He's found some space. Goes for a shot! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
And the mood is Noslin! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Eze. Now it's Noslin. Oh, well played. There's a sharp little ball here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his...
Gyökeres! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Lazio are looking to go forward now. Can he get on the end of this? Lovely bit of skill. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Taylor. Maldini. Has crossed into the middle.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
And the finish! Still goalless at the moment. Looking for a runner, and it's been given away. Maldini. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Taylor. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's in! Moss, chance for a shot! And that interception, and he's following up! Goal! Lazio! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Lazio are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Tries a shot! He's got a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
He's found a way through. And he's managed to get free. Maldini. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Madueke. And it's Eze. Ødegaard. Ødegaard running with the ball. And it's Rice. Dia. Now Maldini. Timber. He's had a shot! And he's there to belt it away. Delibashiru. Now it's Dia. Now it's Maldini. Ødegaard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ødegaard really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And that's gone behind for a goal kick. It's a searching pass. Saliba cuts it out. Ødegaard. Propsgaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Madueke.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Now Saliba. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And he was alert to it. That's the end of the first 45. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease.
Good effort from distance. Ødegaard. Eze scooting forward. Now it's Ødegaard. Deftly away.
This is the time you need that pace.
Good ball over the top. Oh, well played, well played. Lovely shapes to shoot, and it's come back out to him, and it's a goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually.
Provedel is fouled. And no surprise, that's a booking. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he finish? And he's really put himself on the line here. Oh, great leap! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. It's their second corner of the game. Calafiori clears. Eze. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's been shifted off it.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated? Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Arsenal choosing to make the first change.
Cambio di giocatori.
Havertz being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
He's having a shot! Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
There's the shot! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
We're up and running then. He's having a hit! Oh, that's quite incredible!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Morata tries to dink it. There's the shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
And he's managed to get free. Caught offside that time. Eze.
Arsenal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time.
The Twinkie! And a neat finish. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's shifting through the gears here. Eze.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Looking for options for movement. And the pass is intercepted.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
And here's the chance to counter. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. He's in a great position here.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Saliba makes the interception. Eze. Almost half an hour in now. Madueke. Always goal side. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Alberto Moreno. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Madueke. That's very neat. Look at the space here. Goes for goal! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Madueke. Timber. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Moreno.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Morata. And that is expertly dealt with. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good ball, that too.
Oh, no joy this time. Timber. For Rice. Gyökeres. And it's Ødegaard. And here's Havertz. Now there's a... He's having a shot! Goal!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Arsenal have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
He won't be happy with that one. Real chance! It's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug it.
And that is indeed the final act. Arsenal are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like.
Big chance! What a wonderful goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was...
And he shoots! And that's a good finish. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Capier. Ødegaard. And it's Rice. Ødegaard. Well, that's cause for mild irritation. Now they can break here. Baturina powering forward here. And here's Morata. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief.
Decent chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Baturina is on. Oh, good effort! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target. Como have their second corner now. And it's Baturina. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And it's been hooked away. Arsenal are looking to go forward now.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 10, numero 20.
Como are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to...
And the shot! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
We are just getting started. That'll be a throw. It's a pretty loose pass. Noslin driving forward.
That was lovely, that.
Well read, nice interception. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. It's a good run he's making out on the left. That is good strength. And that is a little undercooked. Noslin. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. He has found the way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Noslin. This looks promising. Ødegaard.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Closing in on goal. Matweke! And he's there to clear it. Capier. Saliba. Searching pass he's played there. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Dia gets flagged offside. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's on his own! Oh, he's got a sight of goal. That's brave goalkeeping, really decisive.
Well, his positioning was just spot on, and he made the goal look an awful lot smaller.
Well, the defence just about came... And the shot! Goal! Lazio! And Lazio score first! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
It's starting to look very interesting, this. Goes for a shot! Matweke. Ødegaard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lazio have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
And here's the chance to counter. Gyökeres receives it in a good position here.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Arsenal are down to 10 men. Noslin. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dink through. Now it's Havertz. Havertz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He came in hard, very hard. That was good alertness. That has been cut short. Now it's Havertz. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Ødegaard. Ødegaard really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
He's on it, can he get away? And the shot! Eze.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Incapuyi.
No way through. That's gone for a throw-in. Eze. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Arsenal really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Eze has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Ødegaard. And Madueke. And he skips past his man. He's picked his way through. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
That was travelling. In with the challenge. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Rice, who does have an assist to his name. Zakanyi. And it's Ødegaard. Oh, cracking ball. And he's in on goal! Gyökeres finds himself offside. Lazio appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition.
Shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Madueke, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Oh, that's superb. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That's a throw. And now they can clear their lines. Noslin looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Zakanyi. Taylor. Can he get it through? Oh, what has happened here? That looks a good cross. And he's straight offside. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Not the most accurate pass. Trossard.
Oh, great feat, that.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. He's found a way through. And here comes the corner. Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, super ball! And he's had it nicked away. Trossard's chance! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 10.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Two changes here, and both in the back line.
Well, I think the focus is very much on protecting this lead now, Peter, so it seems to be the right decision.
Arsenal have their lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
And he was quick to react. Setter. Shapes to shoot! Well, it was a nice setup, but not so good beyond that.
Dia really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic.
He's rising! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Now that's a lovely exchange.
Lazio really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That's beautifully weighted, and he was alert to it. And the counter is on. Just eases him off the ball. Crunching tackle. Into the last 5 minutes. Showing great feet there. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, that's fabulous. Big chance! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Deli Bashiru certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Now it's Dia. Tries to play it through. Well read, and the danger is averted. Gabriel Jesus. Nice looking ball. That's good vision. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's
Real chance! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and
And the shot! And no mistake. They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Gyökeres demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Looking tidy in possession here. And here's Havertz. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. This is a promising build-up. Lovely pass, but... And he shoots! Eze out of this world! About as smooth as it gets! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin. Tries a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Baturina going forward. Paz threads one in. Shot could be on, and a chance! And he's quick to get rid. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This fella, Morata, can be a streaky scorer, but his qualities when played as a target man or leading a counter-attack are top-notch. His strength and his pace on the turn can prove very useful, and he lurks in and around the...
Great chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, good finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and...
Goes for a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Madueke deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And he's being shifted off it. That is a great pick out. And he's managed to get free. Corner given. And we have our very first corner. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Ødegaard. And it's hoisted clear. Morata. And the counter is on. Oh, that's clever. It's a promising position. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Baturina. Oh, he's burst through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Now that looks a decent ball. A heavy challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he's picked it up out wide. No way through, so back it comes. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Gyökeres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Baturina. And he welcomes it in. Shoots! And it's in! And they've got their lead back. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That's a sharp pass. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Half an hour played now. Baturina. Incapuyi. Calafiori. And Incapié. Madueke finding himself in space. Can he finish? It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real
Decent chance! Oh, that's well spotted. Now he's got space here. Pass somewhat off target. Baturina. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Rice. Good effort from distance. It's bounced back off the post. That's really well cleared. Rice. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Good ball, good take. Ødegaard! What a wonderful goal! Arsenal have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And that was asking for too much. Baturina. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Timber gets over and intercepts. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Morata. Capier. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Madueke. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That's it, 45 minutes up. Arsenal have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Arsenal leading just about at the break. It's too close for comfort. It's 3-2. Second half. And the finish! And no mistake. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Looking here to alter the direction of the game. He's having a go. Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Havertz. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Caught offside that time.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Now it's Morata. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Ødegaard given the lift of his goal, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? Now there's a fine ball. Paz. Oh, that's a key interception. Saliba. No, that's been intercepted. It's a really well-measured ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nicked it back promptly. Ramon makes the interception. And here's Madueke. That's very neat. Nicely weighted ball. Madueke gets into a good position. Morata. And it's Bachurina. Knocks it into space. And he welcomes it in. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. And that is well cleared. Arsenal have it back and can go again. Goes down, but nothing given. Now it's Bachurina.
That's good play from him.
Calafiori promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's made its way to him. More and more pressure on the ball here. Ødegaard. Played out towards the right wing. Alberto Moreno with the clearance. That has ended up in no man's land. That's a good ball out wide. Madueke receives it in a wide position. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
He's had it nicked away.
Timber.
He's found space here.
Saka.
Oh, they can break here. Morata picks it up out wide. Oh, Red, nice interception. Trossard. And Gabriel Jesus. Ødegaard in acres of space out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Paz. That is good alertness. Trossard. Ramon cuts it out. Baturina looking to pass their way up the pitch. Great vision.
Il quarto uomo indica
The
2
ball has
minuti di
bounced
recupero.
loose now. Ødegaard. 2 minutes to be added on. That's an imaginative pass. And he's picked out the run. And that will be the final act. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. What a turnaround victory. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
So straight into the action. He is through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Delivered chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Lazio are looking to go forward now. Eze. Oh, that's fabulous. Stood up well to him there. And here's Madueke. It's a threatening ball. Maldini. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
this guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
Gyökeres really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And a chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. It's a good spell of possession, this. Maldini. Now it's Dia. Pinches it off him. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Rice. Now he's got space here. And a shot! Goal! Arsenal!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
The first breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Ødegaard. Arsenal currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. Played into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Patrick. No, again there's no way through. Oh, super ball. He might be in here. They want to be quick to recover this. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Steaming on goalwards. Strokes it back. Oh, cracking ball. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Lovely bit of skill. And he's in on... Can he finish? Oh, good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Madueke. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he's well positioned here. Looking for the run. Shot it up! And that's a tiny finish. Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Just one in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
2 minuti di recupero.
Ødegaard. Now that looks a decent ball. Delibashiru has got himself a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Arsenal ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Now it's Dia. Madueke. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That's good play. And it's hoisted clear. And that has left him in a heap. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cataldi. That's an imaginative pass. Well, that has not gone well. Aimed beyond the defence. Showing great feet there. Brilliantly cut out. Taylor. Chance here to counter. Lazio are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty...
And the shot! Well taken goal. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that pretty much works.
Goes for a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's been hooked away. And now they can spring out of defence. Taylor. Delibashiru. Taylor. It's a searching pass. Madueke makes a move down the right. Madueke supplying the width on this right-hand side. Maldini. Dia. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Dia. Now it's Maldini. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Numero 27. Numero 7. Lasciano il campo per il numero 9.
Moslin. Great chance! And that's a sharp finish. Right back in the game. Lazio cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And he's running through.
Lazio really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now this could be a chance. Arsenal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Oh, he's found support out wide. Ah, that's a fine interception. Now it's Moslin.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Calafiori does really well to win the ball there. Oh, good spread. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. It's out for a goal kick.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 24.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 26. Attenzione, un cambio.
Havertz currently being consciously targeted.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Dia.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And the pass is intercepted. Profsgaard. Here's Zaccagni. Zaccagni running with intent. Rice has created one goal already. Trossard. That's been cut out, well played. Saka. That's a foul, no two ways about it. The referee's come over. It's a red card.
Sostituzione per la
Well, there
Lazio.
may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Arsenal clearly now in lead preservation mode. Distributed tidily. And he's managed to get free. Place it in low. He's having a shot! And a neat finish! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Arsenal have Zaccagni! But he's left disappointed.
Ci saranno 5 minuti
And they
di
can
recupero.
counter here. Merino. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, he's on his own! Their chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are disappearing out of sight. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's not.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little...
And a chance! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Valverde. Madrid are looking to break at pace. Spread neatly. Now it's Mbappe. Rodrigo has it out wide and in space. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. That is a great pick out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Mbappe! Rodrigo! Rice. Odegaard. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Valverde. Bellingham. Madrid are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Valverde is standing over this one.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
He's gone for the shots. All the way through. Shot at goal! Madueke, who's set up one goal so far. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And once more he proves rigid and robust. No, he's not getting past him there. Eze. Oh, nicely intercepted. Lovely pass, but... And the finish! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Tries a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are purring, truly purring! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Calafiori cuts out the pass. That's a sharp pass. Gyökeres, and the shot! And a neat finish! And they're threatening to fly away here. Oh, that is tidy. It is a picture book goal.
That's just downright fabulous, both the disguise and the control, and then that gentle scoop.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Bellingham, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Five minutes till the break. Eze. Now it's Havertz. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Nice interception, well timed. Madueke. Ødegaard. Havertz. This is a promising build-up. Eze. Well read, and the danger is averted. Oh, that is... Can he finish?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Ødegaard. And it's half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Arsenal really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Arsenal have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. Decent chance! Brilliant from Madueke! A finish right from the top draw! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Gyökeres, over to the right flank. Ceballos for Valverde, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Chouameni, Mbappe, chance surely! He's got a goal! So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Madrid still making a fight of this.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Bellingham. Nkapie kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Ødegaard, now it's Havertz. Courtois claims comfortably. Ceballos, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ødegaard tries to play it through. Shoots! Oh, terrific save.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Saliba. Big chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Mbappe. And he's intervened well there. Saliba. Madueke. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Gyökeres has found the net here, of course. Now that's well seen too. Oh, good-looking ball. Madueke. Havertz. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Ødegaard. Goes for goal! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. So, third corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. Ball swung in. And now they can spring out of defence. That has ended up in no man's land. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Calafiori picks it up from the goal kick. Can he get it through? Now this could be a chance. Takes a shot! And that's in! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Now, chance! Well taken goal. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Tchouameni with the slide tackle there. It's a pretty loose pass. And he can clear it away. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Alexander-Arnold, looking to play him in. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
The final 5 minutes. Saka. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Done delicately. And he's quick to return it. Space for him to turn and look. Delivered low. That pass has been well intercepted. Valverde is there and he can get that clear. Oh, some tackle that. Ceballos.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, delightful ball. And the shot! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Arsenal pretty much in utopia. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
Things already rolling. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's going for goal! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Now, who's going to be first to this? And they're back on the ball again. Madueke. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
It's a promising position. No way through, so back it comes. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Rodrigo. Now it's Dani Ceballos. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gyökeres. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Mbappe. And he's been shifted off it. Havertz. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Saliba makes the interception. Arsenal are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Nicely weighted ball. Carvajal providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a really well-measured ball. And they're on him in a flash. Out for a throw. Delivery from Dani Carvajal. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Good ball, good take. Can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. Valverde! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rodrigo. Looking for options for move. Great chance!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be...
Tries a shot! And a neat finish! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Un minuto de descuento.
Gyökeres! And a terrific save. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And we are back on the way.
Madrid definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
And it's no surprise to see who's taking responsibility here.
Ødegaard! Fantastic from Ødegaard!
I kind of had a feeling it was going to be him, Peter. He's one of those players who has a natural knack of reading the tide of a game, and he knew it was his time to make his mark. Sensational.
Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Arsenal with the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating.
Decent chance! Brilliant from Valverde! A finish of true class! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Simplicity itself.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11, el dorsal 5 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 7.
Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, important interception. Madueke. No way through. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Madrid have reclaimed it. Madueke. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he can clear it away. And it's Ødegaard. He's had a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Arsenal making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And now they can spring out of defence. He's a big chance! Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved. Madrid really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And here's Havertz. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. Well, they've done this before. Can they do it again now? That was travelling. Timber cuts it out. Rice. Now he's off and running. Ceballos. Brahim Diaz. Calafiori spots it and intercepts. And he's picked out the run. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, that's fabulous. Ceballos. Now, what about a counter-attack? Mbappe. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Carvajal. Here's Chouameni. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Madrid really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
The referee's awarded a free kick. So a chance here, what can they make of it? So a genuine chance to increase the lead. And that's a good ball. Brahim Diaz. Ceballos. Deep into stoppage time. Vinicius Junior. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Saliba. He has found the way through. And that's been drilled in. And a shot! And it's in! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So is that the decisive goal? And that's that. Arsenal have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Se informa a los espectadores que deban abandonar el estadio en coche de que se espera tráfico denso tras el partido. Por favor, circulen con precaución.